Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World 2. Welcome to my fifth, possibly final lesson for Venom. Now this song is not from Welcome to Hell. It was actually released as a single the next again year, but it is on the remastered, the extended version of Welcome to Hell. Now I could not find a single guitar lesson for this anywhere. I found some tabs, but I don't think, personally, in my humble opinion, I don't think the tabs are quite right, and I've watched a lot of videos of the live version of this, and this is how I think it goes. So that is the expectation level here. This is how I think this song goes. Now it's very tricky in terms of speed. There's a bunch of hammer-ons, and here's another interesting fact. It doesn't seem to be in the standard tuning which Venom were using at that time. It's not in C sharp standard. I'm playing along with the studio version, or I was before I did this, and this is the tuning that I've got. It's slightly, that's your bottom string, A string, D string, here's my G string. I don't use the top two strings on this, so they're possibly still in C sharp standard tuning, but that's the bottom four strings. Now according to my Kemper, this is flat of E flat, but not quite D. So it seems to be in between. I don't know if maybe they recorded this and sped the tape up and it's taken it off a bit, I don't know, but that's the tuning. So this would be like an E chord in that tuning. Now this, like I say, this is how I hear this. So let's go on with that. I will do it slowly and then we'll speed up, because slowly it just sounds like any sort of classic rock riff, which, you know, a lot of Venom stuff is. So this is how I hear it. I think it goes open bottom string, hammer on to 2, 3 of the bottom string, open fifth string, hammer on to 2 and 3, open D string, hammer on to the second fret. So that's the first part of it. As soon as we hammer on to the second fret of the D, pull off and then back to 3 of the A string. So far. So we're going 3, 2, open, just single notes on the A string, and then play an A chord. That's when MANTAS lets it hang. So slowly, now this does not sound right slowly, but once you speed it up. Okay, well that'll do it then. So that's maybe the trickiest bit. So up to speed, I'll try this, but bear with me. Okay, so that's about how far. I think he goes even faster than that on the album. So that is it. Now you maybe want to slow your YouTube video down here, but that, to my old ears, is how this sounds. And when you watch various live versions, I don't see the guitarist. I think Mike Hickey, I watched a Venom Inc. Live video when MANTAS, I don't know the whole story, but I think MANTAS was ill and had to pull out some dates. And Mike Hickey, who's like a dead famous guitar tech, he's playing guitar with Venom. I think he's played in other sort of extreme metal bands. So when you're watching the guitarist playing it live, they do not seem to move above the third fret in terms of what notes are hitting. So that's how it sounds to me. So I think there's 2 of these to begin with. And then we get into palm muting that A chord. Now it's quite tricky getting this time, and it seems he just plays and then goes back into it. So it goes this. And then goes to an F power chord, first fret, bottom string, third fret of the A string, over to the first fret of the A string, third fret of the D string, Move that whole thing up too. The 3rd fret of the bottom string, 5th fret of the A string, first chord, there's like a G. And then over to the 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the D. So the intro, I will play it slowly. Shout MANTAS. Now I think the rhythm guitar under the solo is just the same as the verse. It's just power chords A to G. So it's A to G to begin with. To F power chord. It goes a lot faster than that, and that's maybe not the exact rhythm, but it just seems to go from the A to the G, then the A to the F to the G. Again, you know, you need to listen to the album to get that, and then it does this series of chords. It goes from a E power chord, 7th fret of the A string, 9th fret of the D string, over to the B, same frets but different string, 7th fret of the E, 9th fret, don't know if I said that the last time, 9th fret of the A string, so it goes. Move that whole thing down to. Move the whole thing down to again. And then to a D power chord, 5 of the A, 7 of the D. So that first part goes. Starts the same thing again. Now this time it goes to the A sharp, 1st fret of the A string, 3rd fret of the D string, to the F, to open. Then does the. So I think that's all the riffs in the song. Now what I'll do is I'll play through those parts. Now the rhythm might not be correct, but these are how the notes go as far as I can hear them. So that could well be my favourite Venom song. Someone commented on my Sunday video to say that was the first Venom song they heard. And it's just absolutely brilliant. When you hear that you think, man, that's like so fast. It just sounds so complicated. And just everything about it, once the drums and everything come in, it's just like, woo, full on. It's like standing in front of an industrial hairdryer. I don't have any hair, but if I did, it'd be blown about 4 feet back behind me. So that was my interpretation of the guitar riffs for Bloodlust by Venom, which is not on the original album, Welcome to Hell, but was the next again single after this album. 1982 the single came out. As ever folks, it's an absolute privilege and an absolute pleasure bringing you some heavy metal on Dunsy's Guitar World 2. Cheers for now.